drag racing, the International Dragway. Joining me, Dean Neal, with some very proud car and dragsters behind us. Morning, all.
Morning. Morning, Kerri.
Dean, great to have you with us. Now, what officially is drag racing?
Drag racing, really, Kerri, is all about head-to-head racing and just going faster and quicker than ever before. That is the essence of drag racing.
Over a quarter mile.
Over a quarter mile, of course, it's had a lengthy history. In fact, drag racing can sort of be traced back to Roman times, I guess. Chariots racing at the Circus Maximus, and it's really come from that.
And where did they fill up the chariots?
Not as many horses as you see here now.
Yeah, I mean, come up here. Here we go. Oh, hang on, I'm going to put these earplugs in because I cannot tell you how loud this is. What are you doing there? Just tell us what we're doing.
They're prepping the car.
You only do that because you can. This is Peter Piero. How are
you?
Pirano.
Roll the tongue, say it with feeling.
And that's your son, Nathan.
Nathan in the car.
Good morning. This is your proud baby, Peter.
I think it's more of an obsession, according to my wife, Heather.
You're from Rocky.
Yeah, all the way in Rock Vegas.
Well,
we come down here to kick Andrew's butt.
Very good. Now, tell me about this baby here. The paintwork's subtle.
The paintwork's by Hans Cruisen in Maryborough.
Yeah.
He does a magnificent job. This is a Toyota-based product, Lexus engine that you've seen at Lexus V8.
This is a what?
It's a Toyota with a bit more horsepower added to it.
This is a Lexus engine?
This is like EPO on Toyotas. If this was in Tour de France, it'd win, but they might fail the swab test.
So basically, it's a standard engine you've tricked up?
Tricked up, yes.
How many horsepower?
About 1,200 horsepower.
Wow.
240 cubic inches.
So how do you stop?
There's parachute on the back. And we use the chooks as guidance.
The chooks... I'll get you to do the Toyota jump in a minute.
No.
So where's the parachute? Can I have a look at the parachute?
Parachute's around here.
Here we go.
And you wouldn't stop without the parachute. The other cars here go considerably faster. And the sport's regulated to be safe. Certain speed, one parachute, two parachutes when you go faster.
OK. Now, listen, you know your way around a racetrack. You've been doing it for a very long time, but about a year ago, you had a bit of an accident, Peter.
Yes.
What happened?
A little bit of static electricity, a bit of a fire. Sort of 7 days in the Concorde Burns unit. But,
ouch.
Yeah.
It is, but safety, it can be very, very dangerous.
There's nothing more safer than the motorsport when you're in the car. Towing the car to the track's far more dangerous. Our sport has regulated everything, the fireproof suits, the seat belts, everything. And the sport has just unlimited access for the paying punter, the kids in the track, all the spectators.
Dean,
they just love it.
I know they do absolutely love it.
We put the little kids up in the roll bar. We've got time. We sit them in the car.
Well, how close and personal can people get at this weekend?
Very close. In fact, that's one of the great things about drag racing, Kerri-Anne, that the families, the spectators can go right up close and personal, meet the drivers and have a look at the teams working on the car.
Well, let's have a look around here. Who have we got here? Morning, all. Great to have you with us.
Good morning, Kerri.
This is the one I started in, isn't it, this morning? Oh, you put the doors back on. Oh, thank you very much. OK, this is how many horsepower? 3,000 on
3,000 horsepower.
And Morris?
Yes.
Morris, great to have you with us. How long did it take you to create this?
Took the crew and I, 6 guys flat out. It took us about 6 months to create it.
Wow, wow. And so what do you expect this weekend? Who are you up against?
21 cars for an 8-car field. So it's very competitive. Only 8 guys are going to race on Sunday, or Saturday, I should say. And the rest of us will be spectators. But we'll go pretty good. The car will run probably 6.1 seconds at 380 kilometres an hour in very, very fast accelerating cars. They'll do the standing start to 100 kilometres an hour in less than 1 second.
Wow. Now, what have we got behind us? This is and what's his name? Good morning.
Good morning, Kerri.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
What's your name again?
Andrew Hodgson.
Andrew, it's great to have you with us, Andrew. Is that you in an ultra bad night?
No, he's considerably older. Viking theme. Paintwork was thought up and painted by Advanced Airbrush in Sydney. Fantastic job. It's won multiple awards for the paintwork and won multiple races too, so it's a winning combo.
Wow.
Great.
So how many parachutes on this?
There's 2 chutes on this because it runs over 200 mile an hour, over 350 kilometres an hour.
Wow. Again, the safety aspect, Dean, I was just talking to Peter, because Peter had a terrible, burns accident a year ago. But, it's hard to make it perfectly safe. but that's the nature of the business, isn't it?
Yeah, but as Peter said, Kerri-Anne, honestly, it's the travel to the track that's the most dangerous. And ironically, the fire incident actually happened not on the racetrack, it was in the pit area. So, and that's a rare occurrence in this sport.
And I know all you people are safety conscious, you adore your vehicles, but of course we do get some hoons out there, and we've had some big issues recently with drag racing on streets. What's your view?
Well, our view is the drag racing fraternity get very upset with that sort of activity, and in fact they distance their sport from that. They like to call hoonism or hoons on the streets of Sydney, for example, as illegal street racing. They don't call it drag racing. They believe their sport is professional and professionally managed.
Well, they're criminals.
They're criminals, exactly right. But at that said, at Western Sydney Dragway, which is a $30 million state government-funded venue, there's an opportunity for a safe and legal alternative for these people to race every Wednesday night at our facility, rather than participate on the streets. We want them off the streets and on the strip.
Great idea. Okay, how much is this worth, Andrew?
Probably looking around about the 150,000 worth.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Passion for you as well?
It is a passion. It's cheaper than some sports, dearer than others, but this is the one we love, and it's certainly a lot of fun.
Wow. And you you got to hand build all of this. What sort of engine is in here?
This is actually a what's called a Brad Anderson Hemi engine. It's a copy of a current Chrysler Hemi engine.
I knew that. Just double checking.
She's a redhead.
These actually similar engine to Morris's, except this one's detuned. It runs a little slower.
So they're all different classes on Friday, Saturday.
The amazing thing is, Kerri-Anne, you will see more than 400 drag racing teams. You'll see, Andrew's funny car, Peter's Toyota-powered machine, as well as the Holden Genuine Parts Monaro. But one bracket or racing category we can't ignore is Top Fuel Dragsters. They are nitromethane fuel. They're the hardest accelerating cars on the planet. They go 500 kilometres an hour for the quarter mile.
So it's this Friday and Saturday. Hey, thanks everyone. We've got semi-trailers all the way around here. Getting these vehicles here is a very difficult exercise. And Peter, you've come all the way from...
Toyota chook.
I got my chook now. My life is complete. I thank
That's
you.
the fastest chook in the land, I can tell you.
Fastest chook, and it's all the way from...
No bird flu.
No bird flu. And from Maryborough and Rocky.
No, from Rockhampton.
From Rocky. Go, Rocky. One and all, have a fabulous weekend. We do appreciate the effort you've been to this morning for us. Okay, we've got more coming up, but music. Palm read. Does anybody want their palms read? Stick around. We'll tell you how. Peter's got new ones after the burn. But we've got the latest from the National 9 newsroom in just a moment. What's happening with Andrew Johns? It's been a tough night for him, Wendy.